Good morning, students. Today we'll be discussing the Financial Accounting and Analysis Assignment, December 2022. So let me start with it. Various inquiries, various requests has come for this. This is Narsimonji assignment, Financial Accounting and Analysis, internal assignment for December 2022 examination. First question I have already discussed, third question also I have discussed. Today I will be discussing with the second question. Preparing the profit and loss account is lengthy, but at the same time interesting task. You need a lot of information to prepare the profit and loss statement. Discuss any 5 essential components out of the total 8 components which contributes in preparing the profit and loss statement. Now first of all, let us understand what is a profit and loss statement. We all are aware profit and loss statement is simply, we also call it as income statement. Now profit and loss statement is a statement which is prepared for a period, for a financial year or maybe quarterly, half yearly, depending on the company profile. So profit and loss statement defines the entire, it actually discloses the gross profit of the firm, the net profit of the firm, and accordingly the appropriation of the profit between the partners. So we also call it the profit and loss appropriation account is also prepared from the same. So whenever a firm wants to know the operating profit, the direct profit as well as the operating profit that it's going to generate, it needs to prepare a profit and loss statement. We can also say when we prepare the financial statement, the main component of the financial statement is profit and loss, or we can say income statement. You can call it by different name, income statement or profit and loss statement. So this consists, the main or the foremost component for a financial statement is profit and loss statement. Normally what happens in a financial statement, we have different important components are there, like income statement is there, balance sheet is there, cash flow statements is there, and then you have director's report, auditor's report, and so on. So many annexures are there. But the foremost and the most important thing that we need in a financial statement is an income statement or also profit and loss statement. So now what are the 5 essential components? Now when we prepare a profit and loss statement, whoever is from commerce background, they are aware that first we prepare a trading account and then we proceed with the profit and loss account. In the trading account section, we come across with the opening stock, then we have purchase, sales, closing stock, inventories, all the direct costs are involved. So instead of telling a direct cost is, we can directly say it as cost of goods sold, because when we say cost of goods sold, we are including the stocks, opening, closing, sales, purchase, everything is included. Not the sales, actually purchase. So everything is included in it. So we can say the first component, we can take it as cost of goods sold. Second component that we can take is sales. For a firm it is very important that sales needs to be considered, because sales is the ultimate factor which will contribute to the operating profit or the overall profit of the firm. So you need to understand the revenue section. So sales will give you the ultimate revenue. So first component I'll say is sales. You can say of sales is one such very important section. Then the next thing that you can include is cost of goods sold. In the cost of goods sold, what we do is we add opening stock with purchase and less closing stock. So here also you get an exact figure of cost of goods sold, because first you are telling sales, so it is generating revenue. But what is the cost of goods sold? Second thing you need to know this. Then the third component you can write is gross profit. Now because gross profit is very important factor which any business needs to consider. What is the overall gross profit when we deduct all the direct expenses from the sales, that is the revenue. Next would be your all the net profit. I'll say net profit. Then you have expenditures, all type of expenditure. There are different components you can take from that. Like you have the stock position, the inventory, direct costs are there, which I included in cost of goods sold. In the next section, in the indirect section, you can take expenses Now expenses, there are different components of expenses as well. Like you have depreciation, you can have provisions for doubtful debt. Debtors are also very important components when you are understanding the profit and loss account, or you're preparing the profit and loss statement. You also need to understand the debtors position. So in that case, understanding the debtors, provision for doubtful debt, what are the provision that we are creating for doubtful debts, then the depreciation factor, one such very important factor, because depreciation also means maybe it is not considering the actual outlay. There's no physical outlay, cash outlay for depreciation, but it impacts the overall profitability of the firm. Then you'll have the tax factor. Tax is normally considered after we prepare the net profit. So in this, the net profit is also another very important element. You can take net profit as the component of profit and loss account, because whatever we are getting from out of it, the extract is the net profit. Net profit will give you the exact figure what we are actually getting, because there will be a huge difference between the gross profit and the net profit, because in the gross profit we are only considering